My name is Jane Teasdale, and I'm one of the co-owners of Mosaic Home Care and Community Resource Centre. We are focused on person-centered care through and through. We look at the whole person when we're providing care for those individuals in the community. Mosaic is Canadian owned and operated, and we have been in business for 16 years. We are not a franchise, nor are we owned by any private equity firms. Today, I am so fortunate to have our two wonderful caregivers. We have Joice on our right, and Joice is an RPN. And how long have you worked with Mosaic?
I've worked with Mosaic like 7 years now, and I'm so glad and happy that I'm like family of Mosaic.
Oh. And Maria, how long have you worked with Mosaic?
I've joined Mosaic probably in 2018, and it's been great. It's been fun. It's an amazing journey.
And so Mosaic, for some of you who don't know about Mosaic, is that we do focus on person-centered care, home care services, care in retirement and long-term care, focusing on the person. On the other side of our business, we focus on the social interaction, and for the last 16 years, we've been providing a lot of social programs and to encourage our personal support workers and our clients to come out to our many events that we have either online or in person. Mosaic is also internationally recognized for our person-centered care model, and in 2017, we received an award from the European Society for Person-Centered Healthcare. My business partner and I have just come back from Sweden, actually, and we attended a world conference on person-centered care. As you know, many organizations are using the terminology person-centered, but are they really integrating that into their home care model? And I must say that some of them are not. Running first of all, a home care organization and implementing person-centered care is quite complex. You're having to put in modeling, you're having to put in framework from the start of when the individual is calling for services, or the family or the client. We are starting person-centered care, and that continues right through to training our personal support workers, to providing different arts and crafts that they could do in the home, different cues for meaningful conversations that they can have as well. So it's constantly learning. We're no near finished to what we want to do in person-centered care. And Mosaic is also attending the social prescribing. We're part of that, Alliance for Healthier Communities. And there is also an actioning group for person-centered care here in Canada, I think, that is run through Trillium, which is the SIG group. They also attended the Swedish conference as well. So we do a lot, and it's a constant movement out there in Canada in making sure that person-centered care through either home care organizations, retirement homes, and also long-term care homes are providing that. And we're hoping in the long term actually to do training to either hospitals, hospital staff, retirement, or long-term care on how to implement person-centered care. So enough for me. I'd like to ask my caregivers some questions about what they feel that person-centered care, how that helps them when they're dealing with clients. And I'm going to ask Joice first. How do you use the meaning of me? And please provide an example of how you have interacted with the client in a meaningful way, either as conversation or activity or other. And I'm going to ask you how you use that, either if that client is independent and able to go out into the community, how you would provide person-centered care, and also for somebody who is at home that maybe can't get out of their houses. What kind of things would you implement, and how does that help you?
Well, the meaning is very important because it's give you an insight for the client with their personal preferences, their interests, their hobbies, and like how you gonna help them engage to some activity help them to be like more active in their life, which been a long time they don't do that anymore.
And for individuals that are living at home and can't get out, how does that information of the meaning of me, how does that help you?
So like when Mosaic give us some like background with that client, so we try to focus on that preferences of that client. We try to engage them, like if you like doing some arts, so we try to engage them with like paintings, drawings, doing some crochet, which really engaging to the.
I think it's also engaging for the caregiver going in.
Yeah.
That, it's not just about the tasks that you're checking off. Most of the home care agencies, a lot of the time they're sending their caregivers without really going into in-depth about the person. And I think it hopefully makes it more exciting for the personal support worker.
Oh yeah.
But it's not just about toileting or getting that person up and down from the bed or, toileting or that's
in addition, you gain trust and meaningful relationship.
And I think it happens over time as well that, you're not just going into the home. It takes time to build up the relationship. So you're not going to go in and all of a sudden do everything that Mosaic requires for the meaning of me. It's in small bites, I think. Right?
Day by day.
That's right.
Knowing the client.
That's right. And Maria, how do you use the meaning of me and what do you think about it? How does that help our clients?
Yeah, I usually apply it, implement it through the last client I had. I would have to bring a whiteboard, and a marker so she could see what's the meaning of me that I'm writing on the board. She couldn't read that because of the, when you get older, you would sort of tend to have vision problem, hearing issues, whatever. So then when she read the question, she would say, "Oh yeah, my favorite food was this and that," and then the conversation started with that, and then I let her talk in a good mood and in a good day. It depends upon that. And when she said, all her hobbies, I will all whatever it's written, I will write down for her, and she would answer me very clarified. She would very in a meaningful way. Sometimes even they're cognitive, they would tend to forget whatever took place, 50 years ago. But that meaning of me gives them, the recollection of what have taken place, in their lives, in their younger years, the hobbies and the relationships they have, their interests in life, their professions, These people used to be professional people, they used to be doctors, lawyers, business owners, politicians, and now they used to be very self-sufficient. And years passed by, they became, they tend to need to seek medical assistance, and that's making them really, really feeling down. They give them as a caregiver, so I think that's one of our tasks. Not only that, so sometimes food it's not a big thing for them. They just want you to be there to listen.
That's
to
right.
them.
To listen,
to just give
to
them
hold their hands
Exactly.
and to comfort.
comfort. They need a lot of comfort and emotional support. Just give them a nudge, hold their hand, as what you said. Just listen to them. That's what they need. Being alone in a home sometimes, or even in a retirement home, or everywhere else, they feel the same.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same. As they get older, they lose their confidence. So you are there to support them, to give them their confidence back.
And purpose. I think purpose in life.
Yeah, purpose in life. That they still have so much purpose. Even they're on their 90s, they're still. We're all human beings. They're still the doctors that there used to be a doctor before. There used to be a lawyers that treat them with dignity, treat them with respect. And they love that. They would give them a sort of confidence and trust to themselves, and meaningful purpose that, hey, I've done it before and this is me now. You're not diverting the fact that you're just there to give them the support, because give them the support that that they used to be something or something else before, and here they are now. It doesn't really, that doesn't make any difference, we're human beings. They're all human, they're human beings. They're somewhere else. There's something else.
We have to have meaningful connection.
Exactly. Just treat them with dignity, and that's what they want.
And if you're dealing with a client that can go out into the community, how do you engage them sort of to be part of the community, to connect to the community?
Well, usually the family arrange that before we can't just take the client, let's go out for, the family has to be informed. The office need to inform the family, and the family, if they said to go for this and that, then also the client has to be receptive.
Yes.
That it has to be, oh yeah, today is a good day. Come on, you put your, whatever. It depends. It depends on the situation. We love to do that. We love to take them out, hold their hand outside, and and to go to a coffee shop or a cafeteria or even in the library. Just have just something to do. You feel isolated too when we
That's
can't
right.
help them, right? They're home 24/7. They feel great when they're out. When they feel good, you groom them, you make them feel that they're, put the makeup on, or if they just suit for men and women, they don't need a lot of, they want to feel good. If they look good, they feel good.
Yes.
You take them out for a walk.
And it's a change of
Okay.
pace, because if you can imagine being, in a long-term care in the room or in your bedroom for so long, it's nice to get out and get some fresh air, or going in the garden.
I think you prevent them from being isolated and being
Exactly.
lonely.
Yeah.
So you try to engage them like activity outside that will make their day. I think it's a big part of their day.
An example, because I think one of the clients likes going out. You
Oh,
were
yeah.
saying loves coffee.
Yeah, I have this client because it's been a long time that she didn't go out from her unit, and she has already some traumatic experience after she fell. So after engaging with the client day by day, then one time finally she likes to go out from her unit. So she's so happy when I asked her to go for a coffee outside, and there's a coffee shop at the front of across that building. So once we're inside, she's so happy and very thankful of me that I tried to convince her to go out, and I could see the smile on her face when she got the coffee.
Yeah.
It's a big meaning of that on her day.
And I understand that both of you love music. And, I think that's a big part as well, is that, music and drama, that's very helpful for our clients.
I think it's really therapeutic with the clients with music. So I have this client, she's so alert and active once she hears some music. So anything that could give some beating, she could be open the eyes and be alert. So I try to dance with her, sing with her.
That's what they love.
Yeah. They like to be engaged with that hobbies
Because you make their day, going in.
Yeah.
You might be, families might be at work and it's hard, or they're living out of country. So probably you're the only ones that they see and build a relationship with,
true.
that they enjoy.
That's true.
So you could be the highlight of their day.
Yeah, I even hear them telling the story. Hey, Joice and I went to this concert. I'm so she can't forget that activity. She's really into it. That singing activity.
And then Maria, I think you deal with a client who loves music. Can you give an example of what you do with the client?
Who loves music?
Yes.
Yeah, apart from working at home, of course, you have to tend to housekeeping and all that. You have to be multitasking. We're not only there to be, especially it depends on the situation, whether a client is cognitive and it's minimal assistance and all that. What are we going to do? So sometimes I would see that there is this lady that I have right now, she has this piano, and after when she would have a 15-minute walk when we passed the piano, and I said, oh, you have to. I took advantage of that. Oh, why don't you sit here? I took all the cover of the piano and I opened the piano and she started to play and all that. I'm not as good as her. She's very professional, but I made her feel good for a couple of minutes, and she was still able to use her hands as what she is complaining of arthritis. And she has a dirty hand, and I even told her, no, it's not. You keep playing, and then she played the whole Beethoven for release for the first time in her life.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Sometimes it brings back memories, the music.
Yeah.
You know, they really enjoy it. And, you know, again, we have lots of activities that Martha Miller, our client services liaison, has, like the Who's Who, you know, that talks about different actors, perhaps from the time of, you know, from the 50s and the 60s or the 40s. You know, our Meaning of Me cards as well, where talking about different conversations, both from the personal support worker and also from our client to start that meaningful conversation. So Joice, when you get a new client, what are the things that client services help you with in information, helping you when you're going into a new client's home?
So the Mosaic provides, it ensures that the services that they offer to our client, it tailors to their needs, their preferences, and dignity. Not only just completing the task, but to see the person as a whole.
And I think it really helps, you know, the information that we have in our Meaning of Me booklet, which is right here. Lots of information that we provide to our PSWs and our RPNs. And this is a binder that is in the home. And we also have social networks, resources, information on different programs, activity booklet. And so the families can also look at this as well as the other caregivers going in. And, you know, so we are writing out about meaningful conversations or different activities that our PSWs or RPNs are doing. And then, you know, just with some of our clients, you know, not all of them will be, you know, spending time on a lot of the person-centered care. Of course, we're finding out about the interests and hobbies, but some clients will use us for 4 hours, and it just depends on what tasks need to be done in the home as well. And it depends, the information, you know, the family is also very important in this person-centered care, in understanding from them what does their family member need, because again, we're dealing with a lot of people with Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, or end of life. So we are having to rely, it's a whole group of people around that person at the center of care. So we're really having to understand. And Maria, how do you find, you know, the information that you're getting from our client services and sort of directing you at the start of shifts?
So before we start off, you know, seeing or attending or seeing a client for the first time, so they would provide a very detailed care plan to us. You know, the individuals or the clients' family history, medical history, and what's what I've curated. So that's what she said. The personal preference of a client and their dislikes and likes, their pet peeves or whatever. There's always been a restriction for sure, right? Not to sort of get involved with a client. Every client is different. So some clients are very private and very and all that. They're just there. They don't even talk to you even though at the end of the shift. But doesn't mean that they don't like you.
That's right.
That's what they are.
And it's different because maybe, you know, before they were always isolated or were just happy being on their own, and maybe they weren't talkative.
Right.
So, you know, the caregiver, I guess with the information from our client services, they're sort of giving you that information to start.
Yeah.
So you know what the client is going to be like.
Yeah.
And then
we find it very helpful.
Yes.
We're not just there to sort like we don't grasp things or try to what I'm gonna do. So it's very helpful for us to know what the client's real expectations are from us.
I think that's our difference from other companies, to
That's
other
right.
agencies. That we really Mosaic are really prepare cater tailored the client's needs and preferences. Unlike other
Yes, I think that is important. You know, it's a lot of work, as I said, in developing person-centered care, very complex. We have to be champions. I mean, we've read thousands and thousands of copies of academic papers. We've written academic papers. Oh, hopefully we can continue to write,
Yeah.
but it does take a lot of work. And, you know, at the grassroots level is implementing it. First of all, you know, implementing what you say you are doing, and we really are doing. We're basing it on the community model. We're listening to our clients. We're getting feedback from our families, from our clients. You know, how do they like our services? And then with our PSWs, you know, do they think that our person-centered care, our meaning of me, is helping them? Do you think it's helping you when you have a client?
Yeah.
In what sense?
I could say yes, because I could compare to other agencies. They're just finishing their task, that's it.
Yeah.
But us, we really need to engage the client individually, what's their preferences, to engage them to activity. It's not just like going there, just finishing the task.
Yes.
You're there to ask what's the meaning of their whole
Existence and life.
existence. Yeah.
And then also we have the apps too that is helpful through our
Yeah.
software system, which actually we have to change, because what we find is through a lot of organizations and even through hospitals or whatever, it's really focused on the medical. No, and so we've had to input a lot of our person-centeredness in our language, in our social networks, finding out that information. What information are we collecting from the family or from the client on their interests and hobbies? And then our training methods with respect to person-centered care. I guess both of you have been through the person-centered care training.
We went there.
And how do you find, how was that training?
It was very helpful. So it just gave you a lot of instinct, what have to call this, educational thing, and a lot of tools into coping with clients. Not everyone is pretty much the same. It really gives me a lot of ideas, notions, tools on how to accuse clients, implement what I need to implement in terms of their self-sufficiency when they're at home or wherever they are. So you give their confidence, give their dignity, and integrity. I've learned in how to build a more crucial relationship with my clients. Work professional with my clients, and promote and give my clients their lots of emotional support. I mean,
Yes.
staying home is not an easy thing.
Yes.
So they're still the boss of themselves. We
Yes.
make sure that they're still there, that they're the boss of themselves, and we're just there to care for them.
Thank you. So, Joice.
During the orientation period, they already teach us how to support our clients during engagement with them. So they teach us how to engage clients, how to give them to be socially active, interactive, and also to connect to the communities. I think this is really the main part of during the orientation phase of Mosaic.
Then I think it gives a lot, we provide a lot of information for our personal support workers, after the orientation that they have with our client services team. with Martha and myself, we're giving a file folder of lots of academic work and why is person-centered care important, and some tools, our activity booklet, which we try and provide at least 3 or 4 times a year of different activities you can do at home with a client, activities in the community as well. So I think that's really important. And one last question. And I know sometimes it might be hard to provide the answer to this, but what other things do you think Mosaic could be doing as an agency to help the way both yourselves and Mosaic deliver person-centered care? I guess we'll start.
It's nice if you collect some feedback from the family, some positive feedback, or even some tips to improve our work more, help our clients and families that really rely on our services to make the residents, the clients, comfortable.
And Maria?
Well, the person-centered care with Martha, that she was amazing. Gave us a lot of tools and information on how to deal with our daily basis, how to manage dealing with our clients, looking after them, giving them a lot of support, and to build a lot of really good relationship with our clients. And we just have to believe in ourselves, I guess. Mosaic is the big belief on us, and we believe in them too. We work together as a team, not for myself, not for Joice.
Yes.
We work for Mosaic, so because we're there not to be for ourselves, we're there for our clients, not for our clients, but for ourselves, but for the company. So we are there as what you call this, as an employee, but you promote the organization. So if you do good, you promote the organization, and people would know, the whole world will know what Mosaic is all about. It's all about person-centered care.
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, there's people that watch us on LinkedIn from all over the world in what Mosaic is doing. And at the grassroots level, there's lots of organizations in Ontario, Canada that are doing a lot of great work in person-centered care. So I think we're elevating the work that is being done in Canada for a change. Usually we're listening to what the Europeans or the Scandinavian countries, but I think Canada is doing some great work. I guess, as Joice had mentioned, I think one of the things that we need to get better at is more of the anecdotal feedback when we're having to do conferences or speak to academics as well. How is this helping our clients? I think we need to get more information from our clients on how do they feel this is making them feel about providing person-centered care. And also from the families, we're not just going in there and doing the daily routines, as you said, the tasks is checking that off. You're actually spending more time one-on-one with the person and trying to make their lives better. So I think it's interesting. Over the next year, we need to get better at more feedback. And I think Mosaic is a champion in Ontario in delivering person-centered care, and not just saying that we're doing it or writing about it. We are actually doing it. If somebody comes into our organization and looks at the work that we've done, and on the community side, that we're running some wonderful programs. Everybody is invited to Mosaic, individuals with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's. We have people that are lonely and isolated. We've made a difference. And I think that's, to me, what stands out to Mosaic and our wonderful staff that we have. And we really appreciate everything that our PSWs do. And all those PSWs through Mosaic that, didn't come today. A lot of them are working, but we had 2 wonderful caregivers that offered their time today. So we would like to thank you. And if you would like more information on Mosaic and our person-centered care model, you can visit our website at www.mosaichomecare.com or give us a call at 416-322-7002 or 905-597-7000. Thank you.